Hi, YouTubers. This is Antoinette. How y'all doing? Listen, so I wanted to come and do this video um, briefly and share with you all one of the things that I have introduced to my everyday routine since I have really taken control and responsibility for my fibromyalgia and my diabetes diagnosis. I'm going to share a little bit with you. I'm going to share with you some things. Okay, so as far as my fibromyalgia, I was diagnosed last year, a little over a year ago now, and um, went through some real serious, painful bouts. Uh, Recently, I've been able to curb some of the bouts that I've been having with the fibro. Now, listen, um, they put me on steroids initially, and God knows it really helped, and it helped a lot. And then, you know how they gradually take you down off the steroids. Well, that's what they did for me. But I found that when I got to a certain milligram, um, the pain would be too much for me to bear. So then I'd have to go back up again. So I got it to a level where um, it is sometimes my discomfort or my out and out pain is manageable, so I can continue throughout my day. So it oh, let me say this. Okay, I'm not a doctor. I don't claim to be one. Um, don't take any advice from me without talking to your physician first. And I'm real serious about that because what I'm sharing with you is what I do for me because this is my body and I own my body. And I'm going to do things to try to help my body and excuse me, and enhance the quality of my life. So I want you all to know that, don't do anything without talking to your doctor. Okay? All right. I said it. I'm not trying to hear no mess. Okay. So, with the fibro, so I got it down to a manageable daily milligram so that I can function. And I have to honestly say, past couple of months, um, although I have been under a lot of stress, I think because of what I began to incorporate in my diet and in my life, it has minimized the pain level that I was suffering in the past. All right. And also, um, yeah. Anyway, okay. I'm sorry. I got mentally distracted there. That's always happened. I ain't got nothing to do with fibro. I ain't got nothing to do with nothing. That's just how my brain works sometimes. Anyway, I'm back. So, so I've started taking control over my life and over my body and over my health. That means that yes, I do have a primary physician, and yes, I do have a neurologist, and yes, I do have a whole physical therapist and all of that stuff. And I have all of these other professions, doctors and stuff that specialize in a thing, but nobody can really specialize in my body except for me. And at some point recently, which was probably around April, when I had to go out of town and be with my godmother, who had um, had who had to have a mastectomy, and I had come to the realization around that time that yeah, I've got these medical issues, but nobody can really um, help me if I don't help me, if that makes sense. Like when I go to the doctor, there was a time when I would go to the doctor and she would tell me what was wrong or what I needed to do, and then, I would just do what she said, whether it was go pick up a couple of prescriptions from the drugstore and pop these pills every so often and stuff. And, I kind of realized, back then, back in April, that, man, they can keep prescribing me pills, and these pills, are they curing me, or are they just eliminating the symptoms of the real problem, right? And so I just started thinking, okay, but what's the problem? All right, so if I have fibromyalgia and that has to do with inflammation, then what are some things that I can eliminate from my daily life that would eliminate the inflammation, right? Um, so, you just start asking yourself these questions and, how can I better take care of myself right now at this point, you know? And so um, I started doing research on diabetes, research on fibromyalgia, um, research on stage 4 kidney disease. Like, I have been researching these things for a reason. Now, if you have been looking at some of my previous videos earlier, you I probably mentioned somewhere that um, my mother passed away from complications due to kidney disease, failure, all of that stuff, high blood pressure, diabetes, um, COPD, all of those things that somehow are associated with diabetes or high blood pressure. Well, I watched her deteriorate over years, and the doctors would continue to give her another pill and she would take it. But the weird thing about it is that it wasn't doing anything, those pills weren't doing anything to heal her, um, which, we kind of learned later on, of course. So, back to April. So, I get up one morning and I happen to take a glance at my nightstand, you know, and I noticed that I had quite a number of medicine bottles on my nightstand. And what flashed in my head was, your nightstand look like mommy's nightstand. And that's not a good look. So you got to do something about that. So I just started reviewing the research that I had um, started a number of years back. Remembered a number of products that you know I needed to research. So back around in April, I remembered a product, and so I did the research, and then remembered that I had the product here at home. Um, so I started taking the product. All right. So I'm going to show you what that is, and I'm going to tell you what it's done because it's been like almost 2 months. Okay. So I'm going to share with you the product, and I'm going to tell you what it's done for me. And you can take this information, and maybe it'll be beneficial for you. All right. Okay. Um, so a number of years back, I did some research on black seed oil, and the thing about black seed oil that caught my attention and it always stayed in my mind was it said uh, black seed oil uh, is known, or its reputation or whatever, however, is that it cures everything but death, right? So that stayed with me. Like, what the heck does that mean? And if it is true, then this must be a real good product. All right. All right. So, I did some more research, wanted to know the contraindications, that how it would, that's a pretty word, but check this out. I wanted to know how it would affect the medication that I was on. And um, it it wasn't. It didn't have an effect on the medication that I was on. So I started taking it. All right. Um, and so I started taking this. Okay. This is the black seed oil, and um, I started taking this. Now, let me just say, this oil isn't the most pleasant tasting oil in the world. No, it's not. And as you can see, I don't know if you can see that, but I stopped taking it after a while, and I'll tell you why. Um, Yuck. Okay, to be honest with you, it's not that bad. It's just it's just the idea of oil on your tongue. Um, it's not that bad. So, but after about 2 or 3 days of taking the oil, I remembered that I also had these somewhere in my house. Um, and I found them in my cabinet. But I had the soft gels of the black seed oil. So I started taking the soft gels, and I would take 3 a day. This particular bottle that I had is, oh Lord, where is it? Yeah, this particular bottle is 500 milligrams. So I would take three in the morning and three in the evening, and yeah, and so I can't really tell you the time in, but I can tell you some issues that I had prior to. So, of course, with fibromyalgia, I had constant pain. And honestly, the best way that I can describe my fibro pain is it's like my body is on fire. All right. And I think that I shared that in another video. Like my body is on fire. It and it and it hurts, and you can't touch. You can't touch me because I'm on fire. And the only thing that really um, would ease that pain would be um, prednisone. But there were a lot of complications. Well, not complications, but the side effects of prednisone. You know, I didn't. You know, I didn't want to. I don't want to ruin my body more than it's already ruined. You know, damage it. You know, I don't want to do any of those things. So, prednisone, my physician informed me that it thins the bone, and it affects your gastric system, your, and you know, ulcers and stuff like that. I don't want that either. And I had begun to feel um, some discomfort when I would eat certain foods. And so then they said, okay, we'll go to the drugstore and get Malox and milk of magnesia and all of that to coat your stomach. Here we go to another medication. And see, in my mind, I'm seeing the same progression with my mother. So I'm not trying to do that. Okay, so I say all that to say, so I introduced black seed soft gel oil to my daily regimen. So I would take 3 soft gels in the morning, which is 1,500 milligrams, and 3 soft gels in the evening, which is 150, another 15 milligrams. Lord, 1,500 milligrams. So that's 3,000 milligrams a day. That's what I did. Now, and I'm not suggesting that all that you do it. Just saying what I did. All right. So I took the black seed for a number of weeks now, and I'm going to tell you the truth. Now, there are a couple things, been listening to other people on YouTube um, um, talk about the ways and the benefit and the ways that black seed oil has helped them. Um, and there are a lot of similarities, in in what's how it's helping. I want to say benefit. Why I keep wanting to say benefits, but um, how it has helped. So how black seed oil has helped me. All right. So the first thing that I really noticed, like sort of kind of immediately, was how it affects my digestive system. And not in a excuse me, and not in a bad way. Um, I really think it was nothing wrong with my digestive system in the first place, anyway. But in doing the research with the black seed oil, it removes toxins from your body. So of course, it would make sense that if it's removing toxins from your body, that you would eliminate waste more often. Okay, so that is one thing that it does. It eliminates waste from your body more often and regularly. So probably once, twice a day. I mean, you should be going at least once a day, but um, I find with the black seed oil, you go more than once a day, and that's cool with me because and it's letting me know that it's removing the toxins and stuff from my body. Enough about my digestive system. um, Sleep. I tell you all no lie. I haven't slept this good in a very long time. I can't tell you when. The black seed oil, I don't know what property is in it that helps you sleep, but what it does is when you lay your head on the pillow where I tossed and turned all night long, Lord knows, Lord knows I was missing a lot of sleep. Uh, but I can't honestly tell you exactly when it started happening, when I just started sleeping, resting, like my body went to sleep, where you visit REM sleep, where you deeply sleeping. And how I know this is a friend of mine gave me like a Fitbit for Christmas. It's not called a Fitbit, but it was called something else, but I can't remember what it is. But he gave me that for Christmas, and so I would wear it. I've been wearing it, and it tracks your sleeping and your calories and your steps and all of these things. And so I would go back before I started taking the black seed oil. I would go back and look at how I slept, and a whole bunch of light sleep, a whole bunch of waking up, and little deep, right? And when I started taking the black seed, I got uh, several more hours of deep sleep. And I can tell when I wake up in the morning because I feel fully rested. I feel like I want to get up, you know. And I'm not going to lie, sometimes it's 6 in the morning. My body never did that. My body was fighting me. I'm not getting up at no 6. Are you crazy? Um, and I had to change my work schedule because of it. I had to go to work later and leave later because I I had trouble sleeping. So now, I am up 5:30, 6 o'clock in the morning. My body is feels fully rested, and my brain is awake, which is another thing. But I wanna tell you about the sleep part first. And another thing that has been happening since I have been on the black seed oil is um, my dreams. I've started dreaming again, and my dreams are weird, different, vivid, um, weird. Even when I nap, even if I take a nap, um, I dreamed during that nap, and it happened to me today. I went and laid down for a little while, and weird, weird dream. I had to wake up and like I had to go look and see if this was real or was this just a dream. But those, that dream, they're not nightmares though. Um, they're not nightmares. They're just weird dreams. Weird, I don't know. If you take the black seed, you'll know what I'm talking about. And then you can let me know at the bottom that you know what I'm talking about. Okay. So yeah, the dreams, and I wake up refreshed, my digestion I told you about. Okay, so energy. And so I said when I wake up refreshed, and and I'm ready to go. I'm ready to go. And that hasn't happened in a long time. So I can I've got energy. My brain is fresh. That's what I wanted to tell you. So my brain is fresh. It feels like, it's not cloudy. That fibro, it makes me when I am in a when I'm in pain with the fibro, it makes my brain cloudy, and I don't produce the way that I want to produce. Um, so thank goodness for the prednisone at the time because it helped me a lot, um, um, and I'm still on the prednisone. Okay, that's another thing. I'm still on the prednisone, but I'm introducing this to my diet, and what I'd like to do is replace my re what I would like to do is heal my body, regenerate my body, and then I don't have to take anything, any medication, and just supplement my body with things like flaxseed oil and another product that I'm going to tell you that I use. Okay, so it does eliminate, not fully, but I notice my inflammation isn't as bad. Like I said, my pain level has decreased. So, um, I am not in as much pain. And sometimes I get up in the morning and there's no pain at all. Like I don't know what that is, but I'll take it. Where I hop out the bed like I'm, 20 years old again. Like what? um, and it feels good. That feels good. So, and I'm hoping that, the black seed oil is doing that. Um, did I tell you about the taste? Yuck. Okay. All right. And another thing that I want to talk about is it curbs my appetite. I know that it has to be the black seed oil because I haven't um that's the only thing that I've been doing different the past 6 weeks or so. Um 6, 8 weeks. April, May, June. Yeah. So it curbs my appetite. And what I'm noticing is that um carbs, like it is curbing my desire for carbs. Which okay is cool with me because I like food, um, and it likes me. So but yeah, and I don't crave carbs as much, sugar as much. I still like crunchy stuff like popcorn and potato chips. But I think that's only because of the crunch, maybe. But yeah, certain stuff I don't crave anymore, and which leads me to weight loss. Now, this isn't a diet product. This isn't anything like that. But I have noticed, and I mentioned this to my daughter yesterday. Um, my doctor informed me when I went at the end of June that I have dropped 10 pounds. When I was in Puerto Rico in January, um, I weighed, I was about to tell you how much I weighed. I don't even care. When I was in Puerto Rico, I weighed 240 pounds. And um, I knew that was a combination of medication and not wanting to exercise because I'm hurting and all that stuff. But now so that was at my doctor's appointment in June. But now I'm 12 pounds down, and I'm intentionally m- making sure that I lose weight. So this isn't no accident. Like I'm doing things. I'm not eating, like I said, all of those carbs, and I'm not stopping at Wendy's and all of those places, all those the fast food places that, you know. And I'll tell you something. It is changing the way that I desire food. I don't know if it's the black seed. All I know is that this is what's happening for me and to me, and I'm okay with it because I'm more conscious about what I eat now, more so than in the past. Oh, I didn't mean for this video to go this long. Um, so yeah, so I have lost a few pounds, and I shared it with my daughter yesterday, and just for um, to inspire some other people. You know, I ain't no little girl, you know, body wise, and I was sharing with my daughter um, that in my stomach area, like you some of you will probably understand what I'm saying. But when you get round in the middle, you don't get any of those curves anymore. Like you can see where maybe at some point it used to be a six pack or an indentations of a six pack. Well, I'm not saying that I have that. But what I'm saying is I am now beginning to see the lines that used to be there where before it was just a roll, and I'll share that with my daughter. Yesterday, I felt really good. I feel really good that I can honestly see some transformation um, in my body. So I'm going to keep working at that. So that's what I wanted to tell you about the black seed, what it is doing for me. I want everybody to be in good health. And I think that we need to take more control of our body, do our research, and take more control of our body and how we care for our body, and stop just popping pills every time somebody say, you need this for this. No, no, I'm not saying don't take your medication. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is um, start being proactive with your health. Like, um, I'm a type 2 diabetic. I was officially diagnosed as a diabetic in June. We've been playing around with the term hypoglycemia or whichever one it is. And my physician just came out and said, listen, Antoinette, ain't no sense in us, playing this game anymore, because I was real funny about the word diabetes. She said, let's just call it what it is. Your numbers, your A1C, blah blah blah. And she says, listen, if we officially diagnose you as diabetic, then we can keep an eye on certain things. I'm like, okay, cool. Because now I'm coming to the realization that, you know what, stop playing, girl. Just stop. You know you're a diabetic. So stop it. All right. So now since I've come to that conclusion, you know, but I already started the journey. I had already started the journey already. But now that I've come to that conclusion, now what am I going to do at this point right here, to try and fix myself, heal myself, um, stop it, halt wherever it is, stop it so it doesn't get any worse. What am I going to do? And so that's where I am now. What am I going to do? The doctors just treat the symptoms. This is what I'm telling myself. They just really treat the symptoms. But what is the dis-ease in my body that needs attention? That's what I needed to find out. What is that dis-ease in my body that needs attention? And give it that attention. So, some parts of your body need healing, girlie. You need to get on it. That's why I'm taking the black seed oil, and I take it every day. And I take it with my medication, and when I go back to my doctor, and if she see a difference in the numbers, then this is what it is. Okay? But I need to start healing myself from the inside out. And so I didn't get like this overnight. So I don't expect to be healed overnight. but I do want to be proactive in my healing. And I do want to have some control, and I want to be responsible for my healing and my health, you know. So yeah. So I just, I wanted to share that with you all. And uh this is what I'm waiting for. My other bottles I just ordered. Oh, I ordered because this is empty because I took all of these. That's why I'm back to the oil again. Um but what I did is I ordered more soft gels, but this time instead of ordering the 500 milligrams, I ordered the 1250 milligram soft gels, and I think it's 60 in that bottle. So I ordered two so I wouldn't run out anymore because um, I don't like oil on my tongue. You know, I'm gonna keep this as a backup, and I'm gonna use this in my body products that I make. So yeah, so that's what I use. Now I saw a lady talk about the different brands, and she was saying how saying it, and I forgot her name, and I'm sorry because I would mention her. Um, I'll probably put it at the bottom, but she said that she used to use the Amazing Herbs black seed um, oil. But then she found a cheaper brand, a 32-ounce bottle, and you got to be careful of what you're ordering. You got to know what you're ordering, right? So, when I'm looking for the product, I'm looking for 100% pure, cold pressed, organic black cumin seed. This doesn't say organic, it's non-GMO, non-GMO, pure and unfiltered. Um, Yeah, and then this one says it's 500 milligrams, like, and I think that one that she was using was 150 milligrams, something like that. So you have to pay attention to certain numbers, you know. Um, yeah. So this one is 100% pure guaranteed. So just read the packaging, and the same with this sweet senna. Just read the packaging on it as you order it before you order it. Um, Yeah, that's all I gotta say about that. This video is way too long. So, all right, guys. So remember, um, take responsibility for your own health and do your research before you use the black seed oil. But let me know if you like the product, if you use the product, how it's benefited you, and like my video, okay? So, I will come to you with another video, another product, or where I am in my fibro diabetes journey. And in the meantime, remember to hug someone, tell them you love them, and give them a smile. All right? God bless you all, and I will talk to you soon. Bye.